Hey guys, how's it going? It's Clarissa here with That Dumb Movie Show and the tale as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. Now I feel like before we start I should maybe re-clarify my stance on the Disney live action remakes, which I guess is like chaotic neutral. I'm not like overjoyed by the prospect, but I think that they can make for some pretty good movies. I mean, I loved Pete's Dragon, and I haven't seen The Jungle Book, but I also really liked the Cinderella film. I just thought that was such a lush, Austen-esque take on the story. So I definitely wasn't anti-Beauty and the Beast on principle, but I was massively disappointed by this film. It was just way too close to being a shot-for-shot remake. It felt like they wrote the screenplay for this by just copy and pasting the original into a new final draft document and just going line by line and being like, what new words can we put in the place of these old words? And genuinely, a lot of the dialogue has been kept intact, and it just feels like they crammed in a bunch of whole new lines to expand the running time. And what frustrates me the most, personally, is that they still somehow managed to cut out what is my favourite line from the original animation, which is when Mrs. Potts goes, "Off to the cupboard now with your chip." Don't ask me why that's my favourite line, it just is. So really, the question here would be, what is there to be gained from watching this film instead of the original animation? And I would argue, not much. It's just kind of the same, but with 20 minutes of extra running time, and I just feel like instead you could just watch the original animation and then watch like a 20-minute supercut of Hermione scolding people. Which, yeah, Emma Watson is just not Belle in my eyes, and I do really appreciate that she's just such a great advocate for feminist literature and she does all this amazing stuff in her own life, but I feel like as an actor, she just hits all her lines so aggressively and it kind of stresses me out. Which, like, for example, I absolutely adored her in The Bling Ring, and I wish she would play kind of more those sorts of roles where she could kind of have fun with that acting style a little bit more, but she just doesn't personally strike me as a Disney princess. And really, I feel like this is a film that's marked by quite a lot of uninspired casting choices. I mean, Ewan McGregor and Ian McKellen are great as Lumiere and Cogsworth, but really they are just lightly imitating the performances from the original cartoon. That said, I did absolutely adore Luke Evans as Gaston. He was again just kind of imitating the previous performance, but he managed to nail every single little line and every single little moment, and his singing voice was just wonderful in a movie that had a heck of a lot of auto-tune in it. And okay, so I didn't realize that this film's director, Bill Condon, also did Dreamgirls, because I have to say, this film felt like it was directed by somebody who had never touched a musical before and just did not know what to do. And it's just a lot of people standing around and singing at nothing in particular. And I know that there are a lot of technical limitations when you're translating, you know, a cartoon to live action, but still it just felt like, dude, just try something interesting, do something fun with the camera. I could just imagine little Damien Chazelle watching it, just clenching his fists in rage. And I wanted to very quickly talk about LeFou and him being gay in this version, just because it's been in the press quite a lot, so I thought someone might ask me what I thought, and I think it is fantastic that Disney are standing by this character and very openly and clearly stating this character is gay. It's not like Elsa or Ursula or any of the we're leaving it up to an audience's interpretation. Like, I like that it's in canon. But I would say, in terms of the actual content of the film, it doesn't feel that progressive. He doesn't really seem that much more gay than in the original cartoon. It's all still very like wink wink, nudge nudge. It's all about, you know, a couple of glances and raised eyebrows. But, you know, that's frustrating, but still I think, you know, baby steps. So yeah, I don't know if I would especially recommend Beauty and the Beast. Like, I think you can have fun with it, but at the same time, really, you could just stay home and watch the original, or you could watch the Cinderella remake, which has evil, fabulous Cate Blanchett in it, and really, who doesn't want that? Which, speaking of evil, fabulous Cate Blanchett, I just saw the pictures from Thor Ragnarok, and I pretty much lost my mind. I'm very excited about that movie. But if you've had a chance to see Beauty and the Beast, I would love to know what you guys thought. You can let me know down in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Twitter, details down in that description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can hang out and talk about movies. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!